Crashed arrival. Rain hissed across the metal wreckage as smoke curled up into the night sky. The jungle around the crash site was deathly still, as if the world itself held its breath. Sergeant Yarek of the Galactic Empire's 7th Legion raised a fist, halting his squad near the smoking crater. Movement, he muttered, infrared sensor scanning. One life form. Female. Human. Survivor? Asked Private Hennix. Yarek narrowed his eyes. Crashed hard from orbit. Not likely. They crept forward, rifles raised. The downed ship, small, unregistered, probably stolen, was wedged between two trees. Its hull was scorched, but the cockpit was intact. The woman inside groaned. Yarek blinked. Still alive? That was impossible. She should have been vaporized. She wore no armor, only scorched robes. Her limbs twitched as she tried to crawl. Orders? Hennix asked. Yarek hesitated. Protocol says execute. Unknowns are threats. The squad raised rifles. The woman lifted her head and smiled. They fired. Blaster bolts lit up the cockpit. Trees exploded. The ship buckled. The woman's body jerked, fell, then rose. Without a sound, Yarek stepped back. What the? The woman stood fully now, eyes glowing faintly gold. Her body showed no wounds. Her mouth moved, no sound emerged, but every soldier suddenly heard her voice in their minds. You fired first. She extended her hand. One of the rifles twisted in Hennix's grasp. Then it exploded. Screams echoed. Hennix fell. Yarek opened fire again, but his weapon jammed, frozen in his hands by invisible frost. The woman walked toward them, barefoot. The forest darkened. Mist poured out from the ground, swallowing the stars. Fall back, Yarek shouted, but it was too late. The jungle exploded into chaos. Shadows moved with unnatural speed. Vines reached up like hands. A whisper filled the squad's ears over and over. I taught her. The Empire burns. Imperial Command received the emergency signal 2 hours later. Admiral Varn watched the footage with cold eyes. Casualties, he asked. Entire unit, the officer replied. No survivors. The feed cut off just before, well, this. He replayed the last second. The woman turning toward the camera, her golden eyes staring into the lens. Her mouth moved again. Send more. The Admiral clenched his fist. Who the hell is she? DNA doesn't match any known citizen. There's no registration on her ship. But the audio picked up something strange. Varn leaned in. The audio played the whisper. I taught her. Another voice followed. Hoarse, ancient, and female. Varn paled. Is that the Baba Yaga? The officers stared at him. She's a myth, one said. Varn shook his head. No, she was a weapon. A human witch from the Terran Dark Ages. We tried to erase her. He looked at the screen. Apparently, we failed. Back on the planet, the woman moved through the forest, unbothered by the growing forces hunting her. Drones fell from the sky. Recon squads vanished. Entire platoons returned empty-eyed, mumbling to themselves. The jungle changed as she passed. Trees grew massive overnight. The air shimmered with old magic. In the dark, an ancient house on chicken legs moved silently after her. Its windows glowed red. Inside it, the Baba Yaga brewed tea. She watched the girl from afar. They finally found you, little shadow, she whispered. Good. Let them come. The woman, now called Elira, remembered nothing of her past. Only dreams of fire, laughter, and pain. But she remembered the Baba Yaga's voice. She remembered the training. The bones of commandos lined her path now. She carved runes into tree bark, calling the old powers. Above, the Empire sent orbital strikes. They never landed. Something always turned them away. Then Elira found the next squad waiting. But this time, she didn't fight. She let them take her. Yarek stood again, alive, but broken, cybernetically rebuilt after the jungle had rejected him. He stared at Elira inside her energy cage. You're not human. Elira tilted her head. Not anymore. You're a weapon. She smiled. I'm a student. Yarek frowned. Of who? The lights flickered. Mist leaked into the chamber. A voice, older than time, echoed through the walls. I taught her. The Baba Yaga had come. War of One. The Empire never knew what hit them. The main orbital command ship, Harvester of Sins, exploded from the inside. 1,000 crew members turned to ash in an instant. The remaining fleets tried to retreat, but something was tearing holes in space. Black portals swallowed cruisers whole. On the jungle moon, the Baba Yaga's house finally landed. The legs folded. The door opened. Out walked the ancient witch, short, hunched, smiling with rotten teeth. Her eyes glowed with the same gold as Alira's. In the center of the jungle clearing, Imperial soldiers surrounded Alira again. She stood still, unarmed. Admiral Varn himself came down in a personal drop pod. "You've declared war on the Empire," he said. Alira looked up. "No, you declared war on me." Varn drew his pistol. "This ends now." He fired. The bullet stopped an inch from her forehead, hovered, then reversed. Varn screamed. The jungle came alive again. But this time, the soldiers weren't swallowed. They watched. The Baba Yaga stepped forward, her voice booming. "For centuries, you tried to erase the old ways. You mocked Earth's witches, burned our forests, banned our rituals. But power never dies. It waits." She pointed at Alira. "I taught her, and she is better than I ever was." Alira closed her eyes. The sky cracked. Thunder without clouds. The planet trembled. Every Imperial weapon jammed. Every mind was opened. Alira whispered, "No more empires." And the Empire collapsed. Fleet by fleet, mind by mind. Back on Earth, the last true witches lit candles in celebration. The galaxy had changed. A crashed woman, a forgotten myth, and a dying forest had done the impossible. They'd broken an empire,